Hello, hello, testing, 111, me. Attention all lady cats, I am available. Or something. I can't remember the exact Red Dwarf quote. It's been years, absolute years. Months even. No, wait, years. Attention all lady cats, please form an orderly queue, no squabbling. This is your lucky day. Just gotta get some Red Dwarf quotes out of the way, and we can get busy and freaky in that order. That's a Futurama quote, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Well, should probably turn on the camera then, because just this disembodied voice of mine is just that's just weird. Summer says she's tired. I'm tired as well. I'll explain when I turn on the camera. I should probably do that now, actually. Hi, I'm the Space Quest historian who's barely in frame. Holy shit. There you go. Adjusting. That's better, I guess. I'm gonna hunch over a bit. Yeah. It's fine. It's good enough for jazz. Summer says she's tired. So am I. I'm still getting over this fucking head cold, which I don't believe I have shared yet. That's actually coming up in Tuesday's Space Quest video. So hi, I have a head cold. You'll see more of that in the on Tuesday's Space Quest video. So there's gonna be some sniffling. I'm sorry about that. My voice is a little weird. It's a little nasal, but I'm so happy to see all of you in the chat. Yamiko Panda, Red Star, Summer, Siriar's there, Dan Nastic is here. Hello to each and every one of you in the chat. If I did not mention your name, then that is just an oversight. Please disregard that. Do not take that as indicative of my appreciation or lack thereof. No, I am very, very grateful to see all of you. Little loopy, as you can probably tell. Mind not working exactly up to speed, but yes, Summer is correct. We are indeed going to play Lamplight City, the latest and greatest masterpiece from none other than the artiste himself, Francisco Gonzalez. That is not how you pronounce his last name. Please don't hold that against me. It's just Gonzalez. Gonzalez. Yes, two Z's. Very important. I keep misspelling that, and it's slowly driving a wedge between us, I feel. Yamako Panda says, I've played this game all weekend. Well, I hope you've done a better job than what we're about to do, because, as we all know from Francisco's marvelous marketing campaign, Lamplight City is the detective game where it's okay to fail. And I alluded to this at the end of last week's stream where I played Drawn Down. Sorry, blanking on the name too. That's not very good of me. Yes, which had a number of issues. I will be the first to admit I did not do a terribly good job of setting up the Mac in the corner. It's behind me. You can't see. I did not do a terribly good job of setting that thing up. I watched the VOD. The game was frightfully loud, and I couldn't hear the game at all. So we're back in PC land where we're comfortable, and I have my whole setup. I completely forgot how much effort I've actually put into setting this shit up. It doesn't seem like a lot of effort. It's been a slow sort of evolution. Got rid of the microphone hiss, then I got real lights, then I got a decent camera. Not in that order, actually. And got the whole compression thing set just right. So I hope today's playthrough will be a more pleasant auditory experience, and maybe even a visual experience. You never know. However, a couple of things out of the way first. Of course, you all know this by now. Fingers crossed and everything. But I do have a Discord, and you can all join this Discord, and you can chat with people who are like-minded adventure game fans, or just, love shooting the shit about whatever they fancy, really. This Discord also has secret channels in it. Yes, it also has a secret audio channel. And to access these secret channels, you must become my Patreon. My patron, I guess, because it's over on Patreon, but you're technically a patron. Tron sounds so fancy. It sounds like you're wearing Darth Daft Punk masks and stop rambling, my god. Anyway, go to patreon.com/SpaceQuestHistorian, throw $1 a month at me or more if you fancy, and you can access the special channels, the secret backer channels in Discord. One of these is an audio channel, as I mentioned, and if you join the audio channel there when, I stream, actually, I should probably do that myself. If you join that, then you will be able to chat live during the streams, not just with me, but with the rest of the stream. Your voice will carry into the ether. So I am connecting to that now. No one else has currently, but, you never know. So there's also a link to Parsec in one of these secret channels, and Parsec is a screen sharing client that you can join and watch the stream uninterrupted so that you can comment along on the game in real time as opposed to watching the stream on Twitch or on YouTube or whatever the hell Mixer.com is. I'm streaming there as well, which makes this sort of a co-commentary thing, if you like. Anyway, enough rambling, I feel. Let's get in and play some Lamplight City. I am launching the game. The game is actually showing on screen right now. Just there we go. Grundislav. Yes. Dum 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 dum. Ah, look at that silhouette, people walking to and fro in this lovely. What? That one guy almost went through the pane glass, but no, he just came out through the door. Excellent. Yes. Well. So this is Lamplight City, the detective game where it's okay to fail, and fail we will. And what I was saying earlier, I alluded to this at the end of the last stream, is that I figure most people who play this game on their YouTube channel or on their Twitch channels and such are going to be doing their best, or at least, try and do their best, solve the cases. But I happen to know, and this is something Francisco worked on extensively, was that even if you fuck up everything you do, then the game will just carry on as normal. That blimp is sort of hovering stationarily above the city. That's a little creepy. Is it crashing? Is it hovering? Is it abducting people? Is it a UFO? We have no idea, and probably will never find out. Anyway, what I'm gonna do is try and fuck up as much as I can, because I figured that'll sort of be a fun shift from your normal Let's Play. And I'm interested to see just how extensive this multipathing that Francisco has done, how deep it runs, because apparently you can fuck up everything in life in this game and still somehow make it through. So I'm interested to see that, so I'm gonna start a new game, see what happens. Horsey poo! Giant pixelated horsey! Apparently that's the game, just sort of whizzing by. Fell asleep again, eh? Rough night? Bill, wake up! The carriage is on fire! Yeah, this seems like a very faily kind of thing to say.
Bill, wake up! The carriage is on fire!
That's only funny when I do it to you.
No, it's funny every fucking
What's
time.
the matter? Have a rough night?
Bit too much Bollingworth ale is all. That stuff really creeps up on you.
Sorry I couldn't join you, but I was long overdue for a quiet night in with Addie.
That's fine.
Addie.
There'll be plenty of other
What a
options.
fine lass.
Hell, maybe
I hope.
Adelaide can even join us. It's been ages since she last drank me under the table.
Afraid she mostly sticks to tea these days.
With psilocybin mushrooms in them, of course, but that's a whole different story.
I may have dozed off during the briefing.
What are we indeed doing? Well, Captain's gonna notice one of these days. Or you sleep through the briefings? What kind of person are you?
You sleep through the briefings?
Sure, it's really not that difficult. Snelling's monotonous drone works better than Cold Tits' emulsified soporific.
Cold tits!
Very funny. Anyway, it's a burglary at the Hambrook Flower Shop.
Smorgasbord of weird and inappropriate thoughts just went through my head on that one.
At least we'll have enough time to get a drink afterwards.
This guy's really thirsty.
Seem awfully certain of that.
I am. In fact, I'd bet the devil my head that we're done within the hour.
Well, one of us
He's gonna
is.
be disappointed that his winnings are so meager.
Are we actually on our way to meet Satan? Or let's just sit here and stare at each other for a bit.
Ah, we've arrived. After you, Bill.
No, wait, let's just sit here and look each other in the eye some more. The city of New Bretagne, borough of Cholmondeley. That is a hard word to say, in 1844, no less. Lovely amounts of rotoscoping going on here. Francisco really
Thank you.
pulled
Keep
out
the change.
all the stops with this. Hello, Ikifu in the chat. Good to see you.
So, our night of excitement begins.
Our
You
night
more
of
than anyone
excitement,
else should know
eh?
that there's rarely a dull night in Chumley.
I have a feeling tonight
Chumley.
will
Is
be
that how you pronounce that?
until we get to the pub, that is.
Oh my god, would
another
you
cake, Bill?
steady
Get a
on?
move on.
I mean, has no one noticed the frightfully stationary blimp that's still hovering there?
I can't believe that thing made it all the way across the Atlantic in less than a week.
Don't
And
scoff at
now
the future,
just sort of
Miles.
got
Soon
caught in a
we'll
time
all be
warp
writing those
pocket.
things to work.
Especially considering Prince Harold is their big celebrity passenger.
Yeah, he's gonna be awfully pissed that they're not actually moving anywhere. You can just barely see the string sort of tethering it to one of the buildings. So it's just sort of hovering there like a lead balloon. Yeah. Oh, Jesus, I'm sorry. There's gonna be some weird bodily sounds coming from me during the stream, so I do apologize about that. Oh, wow, look at the art style. Look through
Looks
the
like they've had
window.
some trouble with vandalism.
Pretty much every business in this part of town has.
How can you tell? You're not even looking at it. Raving Man.
Glad this thing is
Oh,
lit.
wait, sorry.
This isn't really the type of place I'd prefer to be at this time of night.
Oh, this dude over
Don't worry,
here.
Miles. I've got your back.
Gonna check out the Raving Man.
Pacing back and forth, muttering to himself.
Probably one of the patients from Riverview. Seems like there's more of them on the streets than in the asylum these days.
Will all the sounds be coming from your head? Most of them. I don't think the microphone is close enough to pick up any other bodily sounds. If it is, I will also apologize for that in advance. Never even noticed the lad when I was playing. Oh, okay. The Raving Man. I have found an Easter egg and a homeless person.
Poor fellow. Looks like the streets are his bed tonight.
Better than jail, I suppose.
He'd at least
I
be
don't
fed in
know.
jail.
Yeah, and also
Good
roof
enough.
over his head, and it looks like it rains a lot, and Miles, you absolute tit-wanking biddly dink.
Fordham, what are you doing?
Rooting through
I was gonna
trash.
check inside this trash can for clues.
Miles, in the 15 years we've been partners, how many times have you found something inside a trash can that wasn't garbage?
10 times.
Fair point.
Oh, come on. You always find something in trash in adventure games. Okay, so this is literally the only screen we've got to work with. So let's go through the door and see what's
Come on,
what.
Bill.
Actually, maybe I should have talked to him first, but never mind. Enter, my darling.
Charming little place, isn't it?
Charming, but empty. We need to find the owner.
Always
are we
so
doing,
on point,
actually?
Fordham. If ever there was a better time to stop and smell the flowers.
I think I'll leave that to you, Bill.
With my allergies, hardly.
No asparagus donuts in here. Yeah, that's sort of an in-joke that's about to become more public knowledge. We are working on a Yar video, and asparagus donuts have something to do with that, and that's all you're gonna hear from me, actually. Bill! Leger, I don't know, legger. He legs it a lot. Actually, that is the Danish word for player. Or playing, as in a child who's playing. Liar. So I'm gonna call him Playful Bill. Come on, Playful Bill, spell it.
Bill?
For you, Miles, I've got 5.
Where's that from? Is it American Beauty? Yeah, I think it is. For you, Brad, I got 5. Oh, the Gabriel Knight conversation tree. Yes, burglary.
A burglary at a flower shop. Not the most thrilling case we've had, is it?
I think it is.
Know any better? I'd say Snelling's been giving us the boring cases lately on purpose.
Why would he do something like that?
He's eyeing a promotion to chief of police. He'd sell his own mother's cane
I
if he
think
thought
the
it would
question
help.
is, what's Miles
So He
eyeing?
doesn't like us.
I can't understand why. I've shown him nothing but respect.
It's because you're too good at what you do. And because you're friends with me.
Oh, those
Got to do
big
with
blue eyes.
Not everyone is as open-minded as you, Miles. Let's just leave it at that.
Really? Are we gonna throw that sort of thing into the game this early? I guess we are. Let's just ask about himself.
Still feeling rough, Bill?
Yes, but I'll feel better once his case is finished and we can go down to the Angel for a pint or 4.
Hair of the dog?
No better medicine.
He's a drunk, isn't he? What else you got?
When's the last time you took any time off?
That's a good question. What year is this again?
I think we've both been working a bit too much lately.
Why does he keep looking over the side? Just
Mother and Dixie. Maybe we can all go.
a shifty
Sounds
fucker.
nice, but I wouldn't want to be a third wheel on a visit to your in-laws.
Dan Astic is absolutely right.
Yes.
Lego actually
Would
means
Adelaide's
play
brother
well
Be there by any
in Danish.
chance?
Well, it's a
You're in
contraction.
Bill.
It's one of my finer qualities.
Are we going to get anything useful out of this dude? Okay, how do you pronounce this again? Cholmondeley is apparently just pronounced Chlo. So let's ask about Chlo.
You ever miss living out here, Bill?
About as much as you missed stepping in that pile of horseshit last week.
Oh, yes, swearing. I
Distracted
like
by
it.
That story you were telling me about your sister. How's she doing out west, anyway?
Well, she's not in the chum, so fantastic. Living here was about as fun as wearing a vest made of meat to a dogfight. I'm glad we both managed to get out. Oh, and by the way, Miles, you didn't do such a great job of cleaning your shoes.
I stepped in poop. What do you want?
That would explain all the funny looks I've been getting.
All right, let's end
Let's
this.
get back to it.
All right.
We gotta find the owner. Apparently there's been a burglary, and you would think someone would be front and center to talk us through it. There's a lot of things to look at. I like that. Also, I like how the... it's a very minor thing, right? But the descriptor line down here, the hover thing, it just sort of fades in when you move the mouse over. I like that.
Lost in thought again, eh, Fordham?
Excuse me, I was doing something. I was admiring the artistry.
Seems business isn't so bad around here.
Well, you know what they say. There are only 3 certainties in life. Death, taxes, and people taking advantage of sales.
Speaking of which, are you gonna actually do something, or are you just gonna stand around here?
These seem to be part of the watering system for the flowers.
I haven't seen old piping like this in a while.
You have a comment for
Someone's
everything, do
reluctant to
you?
upgrade.
Okay, let's just ring the bell. I saw the bell, let's ring the bell. Ooh, what a nice 1844 piece of booty we're working with here. Ding ding, motherfucker. Hello.
Gentlemen. I must say you caught me by surprise. I was preparing to close soon. May I help you find anything? The flowers in the...
We're just gonna let her go through the sale piece.
And I have a special on chrysanthemums today.
We're here to help you with the
Or
burglary
perhaps a
thing.
custom bouquet.
We're not even gonna interrupt her.
In your lives?
I have no need myself, but maybe Adelaide would appreciate a little something. Eh, Miles? Those peonies in the corner look nice.
I'm afraid we're not here as customers tonight, ma'am. We'd like to have a word with the proprietor. Is he in?
I see. I'm Cecilia Handbook, and this is my shop.
Handbook
What can I
or
do for you,
Brooke?
Gentlemen?
It says
I'm
Brooke,
Dr.
but I
Miles
think
Ford,
I think the actress
my
said
partner,
Book.
William Leger.
No.
We received a report.
Leger,
from the
eh?
store.
A report? From whom? I never contacted the police before, and I didn't this time, either.
It was made anonymously.
Why do people want me to swear
The
in the
first
chat?
time
What?
it's
Correct.
Okay,
It's happened 3
Dingley
times.
Winky motherfucky.
But considering the police hardly care about the daily muggings and vandalisms around here...
Yeah, you know, we get
they'd
busy
be
drinking
interested
mostly.
in something so trivial.
Well, we're here now, and we'll do all we can to help you.
You and your
have to say
snotty
that.
attitude.
If you wouldn't mind, Mrs. Handbrook, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Very well, Detective.
Now, what I'm gonna do is not only am I gonna fail as hard as I can, but I will do my best to actually sort of try and foresee the correct solution and then purposely pick the opposite of that, if at all possible. So, if someone asks me to pick out a suspect, I will of course try and elucidate which one I think is the most obvious culprit or whatever. I don't know how this game works. I don't know if you actually do get to pick suspects or what. First time I've ever played this, but I will try my best to sort of you know, follow the leads and everything, and then purposely pick the wrong response. So it's gonna be fun. Yeah, I'll do all the legwork and then pin it on the wrong person. Exactly. So, burglaries, you say?
Could you give me the details concerning the burglaries?
About 3 weeks ago on Monday, I noticed that my order of Easter lilies was missing. At first, I thought nothing of it. Sometimes certain types
Easter
of flowers
lilies,
are
you
unavailable
say?
or arrive in poor condition. These things happen. Then 2 weeks ago on Wednesday, it happened again.
Syria says it's fairly
this
easy to
time,
choose
I
the
noticed
right answer
something
by
rather
accident.
Odd.
Go on.
When I opened the shop, there were 6 crowns and 10 shillings on the counter.
Someone
That's
paid you to rob her.
exactly the cost of 2 orders of lilies. Last Friday, it happened yet again. The lilies were missing, and there was payment for one order on the counter. I believe that someone has been breaking into my shop after hours, taking the lilies.
Well, maybe they work long hours and
How
couldn't
unusual.
fit you into their schedule. Casebook. Oh, I have a casebook. Cool. Suspicious people.
Have you noticed any suspicious characters lurking around?
Detective Fordham, this is Chumley. You can't
Chumley?
throw a stone without hitting a suspicious character.
Way too many
If you
syllables. I'm
notice
just gonna
my
keep calling
window,
it
you should be
Chumbo.
aware that stones get thrown around quite a bit in this neighborhood. If you're looking for trouble, you're far more likely to find it out there than in here.
Yes, the Deluxe Tux says no spoilers in chat. I want to watch failure.
Only the two
I
men from the
completely
police
concur. If you do know the right answer,
That is most
don't,
definitely
because I
out
want to
of
play this on
order.
my own time and actually try and get stuff right. This is just for, for show. And incidentally, I'm going to play through the full game. This is not just a one-off stream. We're going to get back to this next Sunday and the Sunday after that and all of that. So, yeah, so we are going to go through the entire game, if possible, by being absolutely crap at what we do. So, break in, you say?
Have you found any evidence of a break-in?
No, the front door is always locked. My assistant Trevor and I are the only
Okay,
ones
so
with
Trevor
keys.
likes lilies
Any other
and
points of
feels
access
guilty
to the
about
building?
nicking
The
them.
upstairs windows, I suppose, but I make sure to keep them locked, and neither of them have been broken.
Would you allow us to have a look upstairs?
Is that really necessary? I was just about
Do you want us to solve this or not?
It won't take but a moment.
I mean,
Fine,
she doesn't
I
know we're
suppose
gonna
you may,
mess
but
this up.
please, don't dally too long.
I will not dally. I may tarry, but not dally. Payment, eh?
So this burglar has been paying for the stolen goods?
That would appear to be the case, yes.
Not really
I
much of a
don't think
burglar
this
then,
would
is he?
even be considered a crime. That's one of the reasons I didn't bother reporting it to the police.
And the other reasons?
Oh, I think I've already made those quite clear, Detective.
No, you haven't. Okay, so let me get this straight. The burglar breaks in, steals lilies, pays for them, then leaves, doesn't actually break any locks or windows or anything, and at this point, I'm actually suspecting that the burglar phoned the police, or contacted, I don't think he phoned anyone in 1844, but yeah, contacted the police and went, anonymous tip here, someone's been nicking lilies from this flower shop. You might want to take a look at it. Bye, gotta run.
You mentioned your assistant has the other shop key. What can you tell me about him?
His name is Trevor Hastings, and he has been working for me for the past 10 years.
Do you trust him?
Implicitly. I've known him for ages, and he has been my full-time assistant since shortly after my husband died. You're not
It's your husband's
suggesting
ghost
you have
that does
anything
it,
to do with
isn't
this,
it?
Are you?
Not at all. I would like to speak with him, though. Where might I find him?
It's Friday, so he should be on his way back from the docks right now. He'll be bringing my flower order within the hour.
Good. We'll meet him here then. If that's all right with you.
It
I
is not
suppose
all
I
right.
don't really have much of a choice, do I?
I mean, I'm very late for my gin and tonic. So if you guys would
Have
please...
you been in business long?
Yes, I opened this shop 30 years ago, along with my late husband, David. But the past 10 years, I've been running things on my own.
Don't you feel
Husband's
unsafe
ghost.
being here by
Telling
yourself
you.
so late into the night?
Detective, when you've lived in this part of town as long as I have, it takes quite a lot to scare you.
I think that's all the information I need for now.
All right, Detective.
Alright, well, off we scoot. Access the casebook at the top right of the screen or right-click. Oh, there you go. Oh, no, oh my god, there's a lot. Okay, the Hamburg flower shop has been burglarized. Will the burglar return, or is this investigation just a formality? Well, it was a long, handsome cab ride, so I guess we're stuck here. Find a point of entry upstairs, wait for Trevor Hastings, and speak to him. What else we got? Clues. Missing lilies. 3 orders of Easter lilies have been taken, but money has been left for them. Why would the burglar bother to leave money behind? Guilt is my first... my first inclination. How soon until the hardcore nudity, Andy asks. Well, I don't know. Stick around after the stream, buddy. Anyway, no inventory wasn't interesting. Yeah, there's no inventory in this game. There's this whole casebooky thing, which is very nice. Apparently keeps track of all your clues for you, which is cool. But there's no, you don't pick shit up, and you don't shove keys out of keyholes and onto newspapers under the door and, that whole chestnut. Okay, points of entry. According to the owner, the only points of entry to the shop are the front door and the upstairs windows, both of which she keeps locked. Only she and her assistant have the key. And these are my suspects. Well, none so far. These are my documents. None so far. Cool. I am going to go upstairs. What was that? I believe someone may have...
Probably me.
That was you indeed. You have joined the voice chat. Hello, everyone. It's Gemini. How's Trix?
I wouldn't know. I literally just woke up.
Really? You woke up and
Interesting choice of decor in here.
Perhaps it wasn't.
turned on the computer and started watching me
Although I
stream
can
this game.
understand why it would have been converted.
Yeah, because I wanted to
it's
join
really
you,
hefty.
and I, like I said, overslept.
Oh, well, that's fine. I'm so glad you joined me, so that I have someone to confer with when we start failing miserably.
Awesome.
I imagine that keeping a consistent temperature in here is important for the
Oh, sorry, guys. Just gotta let Gemini
Flowers.
in so
Where
he
do you
can
suppose this contraption was
watch
last
the
serviced?
stream
Hard to
through
say.
Parsec.
Definitely not recently, if the dust buildup is any indication.
I have no idea what he just said, so I'm gonna click that again.
I would imagine that keeping a consistent temperature...
Where do you
Yes,
suppose
yes.
this
Hard to say.
Blah blah, dust, heater, thing, painting.
Pastoral landscape. Definitely nowhere near here.
I've never much understood art. But
So
it'd be
what
nice
all
to
did
see
I
a
miss?
place like that in person.
We took a cab ride to this flower shop, which has been broken into. The thief has been stealing lilies and leaving payment for them, and none of the points of entry have been broken into. No windows, doors fine, locks are fine. It's kind of a weird mystery, to be honest. And I would imagine these two gentlemen are at this point wondering, what in the hell are we doing here?
A rather distinguished-looking gentleman.
Reminds me of Captain Snelling, if he ever smiled.
And this is me, I'm Miles, and that's my partner Bill. Playful Bill, as I call him.
Seems to be the broken pot storage area.
Why not just throw them away, I wonder?
It's likely they're going to be repaired. I noticed some faint cracks in some of the pots downstairs.
Yes, extra asterisk. Yes, Francisco did all the artwork himself, both character art and backgrounds. To the best of my knowledge, anyway. A lot of rotoscoping went into it, so did fine work indeed.
I've seen this type of device before. It's a special container for
Nice.
growing plants. Specific temperature and water conditions can be adjusted. Seems to be empty right now, though, and judging by the dust, it hasn't been used in a long time, if ever.
It seems Mrs. Hanbrook isn't too fond of steam tech, or just doesn't understand it.
Okay, what we're actually doing up here is looking at points of entry and just confirming that nothing is broken. So this window, for instance, looks fine. There's a latch. There's a gap. Oh,
Interesting. There's a gap between the window and the frame here. No wonder it's so drafty in this room.
oh, yes. So someone could poke something through the gap here and undo the latch and get
Yeah.
in that
The
way.
window latch. Securely locked.
We may have just screwed ourselves
I wonder
by pointing
What do you
this
think
out.
it's for them?
that it's time for an experiment. I'm going to need a tool, however. Something long and thin should do the trick.
Yes, I shall remove
Hard to
pants
find something
immediately.
like that around here.
Oh, come on, that was right up our alley. Right. Yes.
Oh, I didn't say I didn't go there.
Oh, no. I think everyone's mind went there. I'm just, I just had the lack of class to actually go there verbally. Crates, can I pick something up,
Unmarked,
please?
but if the smell is anything to go by, this is where the flowers are stored when delivered.
I'll keep my distance then.
Yes, incidentally, I have the sniffles, so it's gonna get disgusting. Is it easy to fail on purpose, Tony? Sorry, fucking mangled your name there. Is it easy to fail on purpose? I have no idea. We're gonna find out, I think. So long and thin. This woman's patience.
I have a few more questions for you.
Oh man, she nearly kicked us the fuck out of the store. Just I didn't call the police. I didn't. Yeah, could you just stop trying to investigate, please?
Mrs. Hanbrook, were you aware that there's a gap in the frame of the small upstairs window?
Is there? I only go up there to check that the window is locked.
She's in on it.
Noticed a gap. Are you suggesting
She also looks
that's
like an old
how
man
the
in drag.
burglars entered the store?
It's a distinct...
You said it, I didn't.
But I have yet to figure out exactly how.
Well, I trust you'll
Well,
come
she is
to
an
a
old woman in-
satisfactory
old man in drag?
conclusion, Detective.
Well, she did say her
that's all the
husband
information
died,
I
but
need for now.
maybe
Alright, detective.
she is the husband that killed, and he killed his wife and assumed her identity so that he could pilfer lilies from her own store, his own store, someone's store. Exact. I have solved the mystery. I can just quit right now. See you guys. No.
It makes so much lack of sense. It's brilliant.
Has the smell of flowers put you in a trance?
Shut the fuck up, Bill. I'm doing. Can't you see I'm staring intently at this woman with her gigantic lips? Okay, we need something long as that.
That kind of ticks me off about Unavowed. I'm trying to concentrate looking for clues or interactable things or whatever, and the characters talking amongst themselves.
I do kind of like it, but yeah, it does. I mean, if you're trying to talk over it, I played that on my own, so I didn't really notice, but I would imagine a Let's Play where they just won't stop fucking talking. Yeah. Could get a little...
No point wasting time searching...
You find
Which is one of the things, when we did the game Serena, I don't know if you played it a long time ago, the main character would keep making suggestions or observations if you just left the game alone, and Let's Players just fucking hated it. It was like, shut up, I'm trying to talk here. Which is a pity, because Josh Mandel really did a really fine job with the voice acting on that game. Long and thin. Come on, anything.
Fascinating device.
Dang it. What? I was thinking hairpin. That's why I went down and talked to whatever her face is.
Bill?
Maybe this guy has a hairpin.
what's going on, Miles?
He has an interesting gait to him.
The gap in the window upstairs is intriguing.
Very
Do you think it
intriguing.
might be the point of entry?
Well, fucking duh.
I just need to find something long and thin to confirm my theory.
I think you were born with something like that, Miles.
Ah, you made the joke for me.
I know. That's why I always do the dirty work.
Press the bell. She likes it. Ah, thank you. I will. Hey, what do you think of Mrs. Handbrook, by the way?
What's your impression of dear old Mrs. Handbrook?
Mr.
An
Handbrook.
old-fashioned, tough-as-nails Chumley woman. Reminds me of my mother.
Your mother was never quite so stubborn. Why do you suppose she's so reluctant to accept our help?
Well, my mom's not here. What the hell are you talking about?
You wouldn't understand.
All right,
Let's go
leaving.
back.
All right.
Ding ding. There's nothing up here, apparently. You've played bits of this, haven't you?
Me? No, I haven't got the game yet.
Oh, okay. Well, cool. So we are
Yes, I'm right here.
bare bones, right off the bat.
There's really no need to ring that bell when I'm standing here.
But I'm going to anyway. You'd appreciate that, you weirdo.
It was funny the first time, Detective, but now...
It looks like
it's
Edgar from Men in Black.
thing.
When he rings that bell, just deliberately.
Do you think there's like an Easter egg? If I ring this bell 50 times, she's gonna jump over the counter and throttle me?
Oh, I hope so.
Detective,
I hope so too.
Please.
How many messages?
Let's knock it off and get back to business.
What the fuck was that? I love the lip syncing on that. It was just.
Tempting, but I think I should focus on more important matters.
Oh,
Oh yeah. Oh, that was cool. The chat is trying to point me in the right direction. Want a tip for where the long and thin item is this summer? And during this says hopefully he doesn't get too hung up. Hung up, you say? So one of the hanging plants, perhaps, which has a hand icon.
This hook is exactly what I need.
Thank you.
Mrs. Handbrook, may I borrow this hook for a few minutes? It's crucial to our investigation.
I want to gut my friend like a fish.
I promise I'll put it back as soon as I'm done.
Please do, Detective.
Now I just want to ring the bell with it so I'm out of your reach. Dum-dee-dum-dee-dum-dee-dum. I wonder if I should climb out on the other side and then try and open it from...
The window.
oh well.
Good.
Apparently
Bill,
not.
It's time for our experiment.
And what is this experiment going to be exactly?
Well, you throw me out of this window and then I try to get back
You
in.
can get me inside the shop.
oh, there we go.
Or rotoscoping.
So what kind of
Rather dark out
like
here.
Watch your step, then.
What's the
This
word I'm trying to think
experiment of yours isn't worth a
Negate
broken
the
neck.
experiment if
I'll be
you
fine.
try to do it from the inside.
Kind of, yeah.
Just close and lock the window, Bill.
Never try to think of words when you just woke up, kids.
Oh, I know the feeling. My brain's been working at half capacity the entire weekend too. Oh, am I actually doing this? Oh, yeah, I am. Oh, but we don't want to actually do this very well, do we? We just want to go do 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 do. I hope this is on a timer, and eventually, Bill just goes, "The fuck are you doing, kid?" Apparently, this is not working. Oh, there you go. Did I click out of the game? I clicked out of the game. Oh, apparently you can do it. It didn't look like he was gonna stop us.
Well, I'd say this is fairly incontrovertible proof that the building can easily be broken into without arousing suspicion.
Where'd you learn how to do that, anyway?
You taught me, remember?
Nah.
Oh, that's
sure
why I
it's
didn't
me?
go, what the fuck are you doing?
We're a few pints in. At the
He's
end of
responsible
about
for the whole
5 years ago,
doodle-doodle-doo.
You decided to learn how to pick locks.
What else have I taught you how to do while drunk?
Would be telling.
Drinking
Yeah.
would explain it.
Yeah. These guys will not shut up about having pints. It's like their mission in life. Okay, Cal, let's finish this case quickly so we can go get drunk. Hell yeah, buddy!
Well, they're Victorian era English dudes. What do you expect?
They don't sound very English.
Ah,
Hello,
Trevor.
old man.
Evening, Cecilia. I've got the order ready to bring in.
Trevor, these are Detectives Fordham and Leger. They
I don't
said
like
there's been a
them.
report about the burglaries, and they're here investigating.
Did
I
she
only-
say that in a very sort of terse
Went on
way?
too long. As much as you want to, we can't handle this ourselves.
We
What?
can discuss
He
the matter
told us.
later. In the meantime, the detective would like a word with you.
I'll be needing to bring in the flowers first, if that's all right. Otherwise, some hooligans like
He's gonna run!
off with them.
My partner will keep an eye on your flowers. Bill,
Yeah.
would you mind?
Some hooligan's gonna run off with them and not pay for them this time. He's got a gun.
Now, Mr. Hastings, if I could ask you a few questions.
Why are you so delicious? Oh, sorry. Hastings is no wait. I was gonna say it's a brand of like frozen bread here in Denmark. It's actually Hattings. So that joke fell apart before I could even explain it.
What can you tell me about the recent burglaries?
I wish Cecilia had contacted you lot sooner.
She didn't.
Damn fine woman. But
She told us to go piss
Fusses.
off.
jump in a rose bush than ask
Nicky
for
Foo
help.
says, if you need a mad grandfather VO, hire me and make me record right out of bed.
Taken care of. We can't do it on our own, as much as Cecilia would like to. Anyhow.
What do you mean
I
by
know
that?
Someone's been making off with some flowers and leaving money behind. No idea who it could be, how they're getting in, or why they even bother paying.
It's a weird kind of burglary, if you
Rob
ask me.
Place, you did it the right way. It's a sad state of affairs when even burglars don't do their jobs correctly.
Wait, is this just an
Experience with burglaries,
attention
Mr.
ploy
Hastings?
kind of thing?
never
This
said
dude's
that.
breaking into the
Have you
shop,
noticed anyone or
leaving money,
anything
and just going.
suspicious around here
well,
recently?
Nothing but the usual.
maybe this'll get us some
roughnecks,
attention,
Ragamuffins and drunkards. Like I said, it's a real mystery.
Yeah, it's a real. You almost winked at the camera, you asshole.
Could you walk me through the process of your deliveries?
Of course.
Yes,
There's
I
no
take shit from
to
one
it.
place and then
Monday,
bring it
Wednesday,
somewhere
and
else.
Friday afternoons, Cecilia
It's a
gives me
science,
list
you
of
know?
Flowers to pick up from the wholesalers. I head over to Gas Cone around sunset when they get their shipment, and I give them her order.
Stay
Load
hydrated.
up the crate, I pay for it, and then I lug it
Here,
back
here.
here.
How long does that take?
Between moving
I looked up at my lights. I'm
across the river
blind.
to the ferry, a couple of hours.
How many lights are there?
Store's closed by then, so
There
I
are
get in,
4
leave the crate
lights.
outside for Cecilia to open in the morning.
Okay.
That's all there is.
There are actually 5, but I didn't want to say that in case we got
You
Kardashians
ever
in
leave
the
crate unattended during that
in
time?
the chat.
No, sir. Never more than a minute. I may be old, but I got
Or
good
indeed
eyes.
Kardashians.
I'd see if anything.
Did I say Kardashians?
Besides that, I
You did.
Okay.
Still sealed when I drop it
Yeah.
off. I'm not about to
you
let
know-
you down by being careless.
Mouth sort of weary, can't think straight. No.
How long have you been working for Mrs. Hanbrook?
Been about. 10
Dorinda
years
tries
now.
to keep up with the
Used to help
Kardashians.
Deliveries now and then when it was her and David.
That would be a great reality
After he
spin-off
passed,
show,
she
actually.
offered to make me her
Just a
assistant.
bunch of people in Kardashian face makeup running around arguing with
I
each
needed
other.
to work. Used to be I had a job at one of the airship yards.
Oh, did this guy say anything important, by the way? I wasn't paying attention.
One of those newfangled
I don't know.
So the offer came at a good time.
It's kind of hard for me to tell because A, I just woke up, and B, I came in the middle of the game.
Even though
I've been playing for like 10 minutes before he showed up.
We're both
So-
getting a bit long.
Well, it could be a 20-minute game. I don't
Not
know.
sure how much longer
Could
we'll
be.
keeping
Then,
this up.
in which case, I'm
As
really
long
gonna
as
have to
I'm
stretch
up,
this out because I was planning on playing this for, multiple
It
days.
is murder on my back.
I
admire your work
highly
ethic.
doubt it.
I've got a job to do. Not enough
My
people these
God,
days
you people talk a lot.
Thanks for your time, Mr. Hastings. I'll let you get back to work.
Delicious,
Appreciate
Mr.
it,
Hastings.
Detective.
I'm gonna keep rolling with that joke even though it makes no sense.
If you don't mind, Detective, I still need to check the crate before I bring it in.
I do mind, but I'll
Thank you
let
again for your
you.
help.
Watch your back. Seem to have...
Learn anything?
Possibly.
Yeah, old men talk a
An
lot.
idea.
Ah, you're being cryptic. That's always a good sign.
Oh, I should have been paying attention.
Plan? Let's talk about it.
Okay, let's talk about it indeed.
Got a minute, Bill?
For you, Miles, I've got 5.
Let's talk about it. Got a minute? No, I'm busy.
Right. Based on what we've been told in our experiment, I can only conclude that our burglar is using the upstairs window to get into the shop.
So, what do you propose we do about it?
It's happened repeatedly over the past
Oh, I thought he was gonna let me
on
pick.
one of the delivery nights. Since it has yet to occur this week and today is Friday, logic dictates it should be tonight.
Oh, logic dictates.
In and
We
wait
suddenly
to see if
went
Burglar returns.
Conan
Catch him in the
fucking
act.
Doyle on us
Exactly.
there.
It's our best chance of solving this before the trail goes cold.
Apparently,
I was
Saturday
really
and
looking
Sunday
forward
don't
to getting
exist
that
in this
drink at the
universe.
Angel tonight, too.
I know. but
Yes,
as
you can
said
drink yourself stupid later. After all, we have a life expectancy of 37, so
Looking like someone who truly has no idea how to
we'll
have
be
any
fine.
I'm sure I'll get the hang of it one of these days, especially with your expert tutelage.
Okay, let's go have a chat with Mrs. Hambrook. I'm sure she'll be delighted to know we're spending the night.
Again, I am looking for every possible way to fuck this up, but it's not
I have
letting
to
me.
bring my deck of cards again.
Also, my knees hurt.
It's quiet up here.
Behind the boxes.
Surprised we didn't go deaf after the last time we did this.
What?
I said, oh, right. Your sense of humor remains on point.
Shouldn't we be whispering?
Miles, have you ever considered leaving all this
What?
behind?
Putting the force?
What?
The Force, the city, going off and seeing what else is out there, you know?
I'd miss it too much. Wouldn't you?
Deluxe Tech says this is still the prologue, so yeah, I can imagine you can't
makes it sound
really
like a
fuck
dream
this
in
up
the letters.
too much.
Wide open spaces, fresh air. I know I'm a city boy and would probably miss New Britannia's filth and squalor
Dorinda says he
after
really
a
doesn't
week.
think we can mess up the first case.
You should
He
do
Damn
it.
it.
was very
Change
well,
of
do
scenery
he?
never hurt anyone.
No, he does
Plus, it's
not.
much
We
easier
could
for you
still
to
be
just
on that
do it.
lock
I've
picking
got a family
thing
you can
or
see
the
after all.
window thing if I didn't accidentally click the right hotspot.
No, I didn't mean it like that, Bill. It's just...
Shh. I think I heard something.
Yeah,
Oh,
me,
now they be quiet.
me putting my foot in my mouth. My God, he's huge!
Oh no!
Bill?
They're still not whispering. Oh,
Oh, you idiot.
Police! Damn it!
Let's just stand here and maybe he'll come back.
I'm on the roof. Stay close and keep me covered.
With what? No, I just think I'm just gonna stand here. He dropped his hat. He'll never be Indiana Jones now.
Bill!
Stay back, officer.
that was quick.
Got a knife. Ready your pistol, Fordham.
But you're too close!
I trust
To me, I love you.
pistol. Now!
I'm gonna shoot the Zeppeliner over our heads. It's gonna crash in and hopefully only hit one of you.
Mine is more important. If you let me go, I won't come back. And we can all forget this ever happened.
You could have shot him 3 times in the kneecaps while he was delivering that monologue.
Things get worse.
Oh, how to fail. How to fail.
Take a shot.
I want to take a shot too. Yeah, this is gonna go south in a hurry.
No!
Yes, I killed him! I suck!
Oh, God! I am so sorry, my friend. I am so sorry.
Bill, I'm so sorry. Can I have your hat?
I fucking shot my partner. 3 months later. Very, very drunk. Please tell me he's drunk. It's got one of those very annoying clocks that just won't shut up.
Miles, wake up! Your house is on fire!
Huh?
That's a
What?
funny alarm clock.
I told you it was funnier when I did it to you.
Yes. Yes. Hilarious.
What's the matter? Have a rough night?
Overdid it on the soporific.
The soporific is superific.
Why do I feel like I've had this conversation before?
I'm just glad you're in the mood to converse again. Seriously.
You're in my
I
head.
took so much of that snake oil last night, I was starting to think you wanted me quiet for good.
I do want you to quiet. I do want you to quiet. Quiet is now a verb, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I do want you quiet for good, Bill. Shut up. I don't need a narrator.
That was the idea.
Come now, you don't really mean that.
Believe me, I do.
I know it's not easy, but there's really no need.
Not easy. Bill, I've been hearing your voice since you died. You don't shut up unless I take that accursed medicine. I'd say that qualifies as a bit more than not
medicine. Like
Well,
opiates?
how do you think I feel? You think I enjoy being trapped here, listening to you whine about how hard your life's become?
As far as hauntings go, this one is
Yours.
kind of... I don't know.
Meh.
Yeah, kind of just... Okay. Usually there's a lot of, windows opening and closing by themselves, ghostly apparitions, furniture moving on its own. This is just two people squabbling. Well, again, I must commend the originality of it. Sujek, I was wondering about this too. Why is he sort of addressing the audience, or what I assume is his back wall? Okay, well, I feel like you're making me go insane. Or can't you just leave me alone? Should we should get on his bad side, right?
Sure.
Like, we should, really antagonize the person that we shot in the chest who is now haunting us. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
If you're just as miserable, why don't you just go away and leave me in peace?
Believe me, I wish I knew how. But the bottom fact is, you're stuck with me. So you can either keep living this way and ruin your life even more than you already have, or you can do as I've told you and try to figure out a way to let me move on.
Well, I know the person to call. What's her face? Rosangela Whitewood? Greywood? Shit. Tip of my tongue. Find the perk from the flower shop. This life isn't...
I know a bald guy with a floating ball of energy. He might be able to do it.
Oh, yeah. We've been playing on it. I finished on Avowed a couple of days ago.
I saw.
Yeah, loved it. I probably should get back to playing that on the stream, actually. We might get into that after we finish Lamplight City here. I don't know. Maybe we will. Find the perk from the flower shop.
Right. For the 1,000th time, you want me to find
Ikifu says
the
call
flower
Rosa
shop.
when she's born
Yes,
like 150
exactly.
years.
Yeah.
I still don't get how that's going to help.
I can understand.
And also says, just don't ask him about drain
It
cleaner.
was you who killed me. But the point remains. You wouldn't have been in that situation in the first place if not for him.
Dorinda wishes he
Once
was
the
haunted by
criminal has
Gary
been
Owens.
Caught and is in custody,
Don't we all?
We'll both get what we want.
Except for maybe a few times, she's I can't believe this is what you do on your own time. Decent night's sleep?
A decent night's sleep?
More than that, you'll have that elusive thing you always wanted to give others. Closure.
Ah, I thought you were talking about my
You
penis
do
again.
realize the trail's pretty much frozen at this point. Our man has seemingly vanished into the ether.
That's no excuse not to keep trying.
No,
I know
Bill's
the
vanished into the
updates we've
ether.
given you these past few months haven't been the most thrilling, but they've at least kept you active. So just keep at it. Something has to turn up eventually. Unless, of course...
And if I
you
keep
wind up
drinking,
in
maybe
Riverview
something will
Asylum.
turn
If
up.
that happens, I'm really not going to keep quiet.
Oh god, is that a threat?
Good man.
I think it was.
Now, I suggest you stop talking to thin air, or Adelaide's going to start wondering if you've gone mental.
I like this dude's accent.
Like she hasn't
She'll
yet.
stop
Yeah.
wondering.
Also, are these the smallest
Funny.
pillows in the world, or is it just me? Maybe this... I mean, this bed looks like it could comfortably hold 4 people that weren't even the best of friends. And then it just has these tiny little pillows. I like it.
Times were different back then.
Yeah. Let's go through the man's wardrobe.
Oh, wouldn't you say it's time for a change of clothes, Miles? You've been wearing that coat for who knows how long.
Are you giving me fashion tips now?
Patty gave it to me. Besides, it gives me character.
Yes,
Right.
a certain Gabriel Knight style character.
Black coat. That's never been seen before.
Oh, he even sort of called himself out on
Never
it.
mind.
Cool. I love you, Francisco. I'm really just I'm making fun of your game because I love you. You know that, right? Ooh, Bill's hats.
You should have let me be buried wearing my hat. At least it wouldn't be gathering dust like it is now.
If I'd done that, it would be dust right now.
Heh. Fair point.
Okay. Let's have a look through everything.
Remember before you started taking that medicine and you could actually read a book for more than 10 minutes before falling asleep? You were a lot more fun to talk to back then.
Sujak says the lighting on the windows is cool, and I completely agree. There's a lot of that little particle stuff. There was that in the attic as well. It looks very cool. I like it. Right, let's see if he keeps a butt plug in the nightstand. You never know what he's into.
Miles, care to explain what you're doing?
Just
Check
looping
to make
up
sure
this
everything that
candlestick.
needs to be in here still is.
Right. If you start taking that stuff during the day, you're really going to have problems.
Oh, so that's where he keeps his medicine, is it? Alright, time to do my makeup.
It's admirable just how organized Adelaide is. Maybe someday the same can be said about you.
Okay, leaving. Maybe you're confined to this room.
Well, look who's awake. Ready to rejoin the living?
No.
Very much so.
She was talking to Bill.
Oh.
You were talking in your sleep again.
Did I say anything interesting?
Do you ever?
No.
You have to admit, she's got you there.
Shut up, shut up!
A touch groggy. I think I took a bit too much of the soporific last night.
That's what I thought. When you went for your after-lunch nap, you'd barely gotten breakfast down.
Wait, what?
Get you some bread and cheese if you're hungry.
You went for
Thank
your
you. I haven't got much
after-lunch
of an
nap, you'd
appetite.
barely...
You really
What?
should regulate your doses more carefully. I'm
Well,
sure
whatever.
dull senses and an
Time
emphasis
works
on
mysteriously in
help you.
1844.
By the way, a
Apparently.
message arrived via courier for you this morning. I put it on the table along with today's newspaper.
Thank you, dear.
Alright, I'll let you know if I need something researched. Grace. Sorry. I'm an asshole. Okay, remembering the HMS whatever. Gascogne Grand Dame dies. City, it's real and it's coming, says scientist about his penis. Second bizarre murder baffles... Yes, I'm in a penis mood. What do you want?
I was just going to make a lame-ass joke about Aethericity being the sequel to Lamplight City, but sure. We'll go with that way. We'll go that route.
I mean, you know the show you've tuned into. It's not exactly...
Yeah, I walked into this.
Uh,
I should know better by now.
yeah, probably. Fordham! A big case has come in which I think will... What? In which I think will interest you. Oh, wait.
Yeah,
A big case has come in, which I think will interest you. Meet me at the Roven Raven Rova Ruin Coffee House. For more details, my handwriting sucks. See Upton. What's up? Oh, the stupid jokes they
I
just...
think that's Ruin.
Upton says she's got a big case for me.
Does she go into any more detail than that?
Are you actually reading that or just following my every move?
Always on a need-to-know basis. Especially since she's been giving me
Was he
these
fucking
cases under the
cute?
table.
To be fair, there
M?
haven't exactly been anything of note.
True, but she's still sticking her neck out for me. I can understand why she's so secretive about it.
I think she just misses having you around the station.
Poor Connie. With you quitting and me dying, she must be bored stiff at work.
There's a long, uncomfortable silence as only he can hear that voice.
Ruin Coffee House?
Yeah.
That can't be right.
It's not like Constance to make mistakes. She must have gotten in somehow.
Guess I'll head over there and see what she's got then.
Upton is the best, says everyone. Well, says the Deluxe Tux, but I'm assuming everyone agrees. Dorinda also says, I overlooked this one. Dorinda says he's a one-night stand kind of guy. Photograph.
What are parents doing these days? It's been ages since you wrote them.
Are you gonna guilt trip me this entire adventure, dude? I'll have some...
Bollingworth Ale. My favorite. And a nice souvenir from the Angel. You really ought to go back there someday.
We can both get drunk. I'll get drunk through the vapors in your head.
It's been so long since you used that desk. Did you even notice when Adelaide got rid of the chair?
Sound like he was about to burst into tears there. What is this? A truncheon? Oh, can I beat someone over the head?
I'd love to see the look on Snelling's face if he ever found out you kept your old truncheon.
Pharaoh.
Darn.
What is a pharaoh type, I wonder?
Adelaide's father certainly had an amazing life. Imagine
I have
being
no
a
idea.
personal barber to the Prime Minister and his family.
A barber,
Gossip
apparently.
and secrets he must have heard.
He even did the Gabriel Knight hand through the head hair kind of thing. Hand through the head. He just punched himself in the face. Knocked his teeth clear into the back of his head.
He'll do anything to get Bill to shut up.
Ah, to Havisham.
Punch straight through his
Our
brain.
first time out as partners. First in a long line of successful cases.
He didn't get to keep his gun, Nikifu asked. I don't think they had guns back here. I think they had muskets or...
Ferrotype apparently
Take care of
refers
yourself
to
out
the
there.
type of photograph,
Okay,
not the guy himself.
cool. This is me.
Made by creating a direct positive on a thin sheet of metal, coated with a dark lacquer and blah blah blah.
You're actually looking up
Basically-
Wikipedia as we're playing.
Yes.
Cool. Well, this is why I keep you around, sir.
Oh, good, I'm useful.
Hooray! I feel so useful. All right, let's go to the coffee house and see if they put some whiskey in the coffee.
Ah, the Rouen Coffee.
That is the scariest looking
Worst
photograph
job
of
in
Jon Snow
Lamplight
I've ever
City.
seen.
There's no better place to overhear all the rumors and gossip in town. Just make sure you don't get too close to the other patrons. Discretion was never your forte.
Well, neither is cleanliness in this place, apparently.
Not much of a hurry to clean up in here, are they?
I do quite like how, game mechanic-wise, Francisco has sort of circumvented the problem of, the suspension of disbelief. You've got a guy who enters a room, then walks up to everything and starts describing it out loud. He's circumvented that by just having the dude's dead friend narrate his life for him instead.
All that.
That is
metal
kinda
and
clever, actually.
tubing
I didn't
just
think of
for a
that.
hot cup of coffee?
I like that, because that's one thing. I mean, we've had this discussion.
See up and about again.
When I get close to them, they you start overhearing shit.
Spend all
Nice.
day in bed and starve. Now it was good of him to keep your spot open. Lots of places would have just put in someone else. Well, it's the
Is
least.
that dude supposed to be Irish?
Been there for 20 years.
Sounds like it.
The boss takes care of his
He's
own,
even got the leprechaun
especially
beard.
considering
Yeah.
It was his machines that chewed up my arm. That's nice to hear. More bosses should be like that.
How are things over here? Anyway, I was going to say we've had this discussion with regards to LucasArts versus Sierra. Some people feel that the narrator in Sierra games is sort of not a useless thing, but sort of a throwback to ancient text adventures and stuff. And I quite like the narrator as a conceit in adventure games. It sort of I don't know, makes it seem more literary in some way. That's kind of a pretentious thing to say, but anyway, I quite like it. But it does beg the question, especially when the main character starts arguing with the narrator, which it does in Leisure Suit Larry games, for instance, and Space Quest 6. It's like, who are they talking
Sorry to cut you off, but your face cam appears to be frozen.
Yeah. How about the rest of the game? Oh shit!
The rest of the stream is fine. It's just your face cam.
I think I might have knocked my camera out. Wait a minute.
Sorry, I just saw the chat going on about it.
Yeah, good call. I'm still. It's quite the nice freeze frame, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Just admiring the pleasant bar.
Let's try and activate it again. There we go. Yeah, I must have kicked my USB hub down here on the floor, and accidentally fucked it. Well,
There we go.
there we go. Just gonna adjust the. There we go. Just the contrast a bit. Oh my god, I look like I'm on the surface of the sun. Oh well, can't be fucked. Oh, it's so bright. Oh well, I'm a bright lad, I guess. Back to the game. Thank you for letting me know.
You are? I mean, yeah.
Probably not.
So you plan on going to the Lygia vigil tonight?
This is not so much overhearing as it is just
Harris is gonna be given
bumping into someone's shoulder going, what are you guys talking about? What are you talking about? Are you talking about something?
Yeah, pretty much.
You know it's not his fault, right? I think he's getting an unfair reputation.
If he cared enough to make sure the airship was safe, it never would have crashed. He's as much at fault as anyone.
You really should go. Eliza would have wanted it, I think.
I know, you're right. I'll think about it.
Okay. Does that mean the conversation's over? Yeah, they're just gonna stand there and look into each other's eyes.
How are things at the steel?
Never mind.
Metal and Professor Xander Coltit III's of
Coltit, I love that name.
Available at all discerning pharmacies. I really don't know why you think taking that rat
Having the
piss every
dead
night is
guy
a good
narrate
idea
stuff
for
about things you're looking
Oh,
at
you
also
know,
solves another
same
problem.
Same old.
Your character's not even looking at it, so it would be kind of weird if he was talking about it while not looking at it.
Yeah, he's just sort of noticing that it's there, but he doesn't walk up to it and start looking at it.
The specialty house brews. These are definitely not coffee.
Ooh, can we have some of that, please? Excuse me, ma'am, serving girl?
She's running back and forth at lightning speed. Clearly, she dips into the coffee supply.
Can I do something except for magnifying her tits, which is kind of an odd thing to do? Person we've just met.
I mean, do you really need to do anything else?
I don't know. I guess what we do is just sort of hang around and, you know, listen to people's conversations, which are just getting more and more interesting by the minute.
Talk to the dude in the pink dress.
Have you been hearing about this ethericity nonsense?
I will in just a
I don't
second.
pay much attention to the news. What is it?
Oh, it's some stuff found in the sky. It's supposed to be better than electricity. It's supposed to be
Ethericity.
able to heal people and has all sorts of other miracle powers.
Sounds like a bunch of hokum to me.
Yeah, the
Nice.
scientist
Oh,
claims to have
the
discovered
Lux Tux
a
says that
crackpot.
Charlotte Gore
The funny
is
part
a voice in
there's
the
a bunch
game.
of rich folks willing to pay for
Cool.
experiments. They think it's the future.
Well then, maybe the scientist ain't so much
Hello, ma'am.
as a very
If it
I'm
isn't
going to
my
join you.
Friend, up to no good.
Hello, Fordham. It's good to see you.
How did you get them to let you in here?
It's rather simple, really. The owner and I have an understanding.
They serve me. I
Allowed
don't bust the
coffee
place
houses,
inside
and I
out.
don't report his unsavory business practices to Chief Snelling.
Sounds like a good deal. What sort of unsavory business practices are we talking about?
Oh, we haven't got time to get into that now.
Ah, been looking in my nightstand, have you?
Don't order anything that isn't water.
Really? Oh, because I guess prohibition is in effect. No, wait, no, that's not 1844, is it?
What? No, that's like...
That was in the 1920s, yeah. Oh, okay, so for a second there I thought, oh, because it says managed to sneak another case past Snelling. So I thought it was a case of beer or something, but everyone else is...
Yeah, don't think that's literal.
No, it's just everyone else is obsessed with alcohol in this game, and it's starting to...
Managed to sneak
Yeah.
another case past Snelling, eh?
Yes, and if he finds
Tiny
that
Kid
I
Snake,
did, it
thank
won't
you
be
so much for
pretty.
joining us.
This is a big one.
Sleep well,
Not in
sir.
lost cat territory anymore.
So stop teasing me and tell me what it is already.
Do you know Madame Laura Duprey?
I'm about to find out, I think. Can't say the name rings any bells. Again, we're trying to fuck this up as much as possible, so if she decides not to give us any information, that'd be just fantastic.
Can't say the name.
We could just
rings any
walk out.
bells.
Yeah, just fucking
I'm not
leave.
surprised. She's one of the Gascon Grand Dames. Doesn't really run in our kind of social.
Just cut her off and say, not interested, fuck off.
Yeah.
Madame Duprey died the day before yesterday. Her funeral was held this morning.
My condolences.
But halfway through the service, the mourners heard a loud knocking coming from inside her coffin.
Ah, she collected candlesticks as well. I
Apparently
see.
not. Nearly interred alive, although her doctor swears she had no pulse. Duprey's son Andrew was quick to suspect foul play. He accused a man named Albert Martin, and the police arrested him.
So where do I come in? Sounds like the case has already been solved.
I strongly suspect that Martin is innocent, especially considering the talk of him having used black magic on Duprey. Police feel they have enough evidence to convict, so they're not bothering to
Black
investigate
magic,
any
huh?
further. I'm
Yeah.
going to look into it and see if I'm
Are
right.
we sure this isn't
Then
Gabriel
find
Knight?
the person who was really behind
You know
it.
what? I wasn't even going to say this, but I'm going to now. The second I walked into this place, I was thinking, hey, that looks an awful lot like that bar from Sins of the Fathers, the first Gabriel Knight game. The layout is the same. The bar's in the same place. There are two tables
does,
with
kinda.
chairs. Yeah, it's the same fucking bar. Why not just ask her?
Why not just ask Madame Duprey herself?
She hasn't spoken since the ordeal. Apparently, she's been catatonic since they pulled her out of the coffin.
Ah, let's go see what we can do about that.
He's being held at the Bow Street Jail. Or you could take a look around his house. It's at 451 Compton Street in Worcester.
And the Duprey home?
That's at Emmeline and Comtesse, right across from the old Angeline convent.
So many
It's
places
also
to
possible you might
go.
run into the police during your investigation, since they're technically still on the case.
Technically.
Warning.
I mean, they are drunk, but
Aren't we the police?
Was there anything you wanted to talk about
I
before you get
think
started?
we might be on an extended leave on account of having shot our partner in the ass. Well, I mean, I know we
Quite
didn't.
the accomplishment considering he was standing towards us.
I was just thinking the same thing. But the bullet probably went through him, and out the ass? I don't know. I'm a whale biologist, not a human biologist. I don't know how that works. Yeah, I do have a couple of questions.
Yes, actually, I had a couple of questions.
What was I doing again? We're investigating the murder of someone who's not actually dead.
Don't suppose there have been any developments regarding Bill's murder?
Unfortunately not. The department hasn't exactly been focusing on that case as a priority.
I mean, we all know you shot
Is
him.
that it was an accident. Bill died an honorable death in the line of duty.
Would have been nice if they bothered saying that at the funeral.
Instead of ding dong, the witch is dead.
Blame you for his death, smelling being the first and foremost.
But the man who really caused Bill's death is still out there.
No, you shot him. You're right here.
But it looks
Yeah,
like you're on
exactly.
your own if you want to find him. My hands are
You
tied.
probably wouldn't have shot him if someone didn't have a knife to his throat, but
The
still.
higher-ups get suspicious. Just don't give up. New Britannia may be a big city, but the criminal world is surprisingly close-knit.
How would you
Or
know?
leads during your other cases? Be sure and let me know. I'll do the same if I find anything out.
See, she has a priority string. You could learn a lot from Upton.
Review case. How does this work?
I wanted to go over the case with you.
Ooh,
Okay, what have you got?
interesting mechanic going. I've got Madame Duprey and nothing else. Cool.
What do you know about Madame Duprey?
Only what I've read about her in the paper.
She
She's
looked
very
dead,
nice,
but really
I
wasn't.
can empathize with, and she's extremely rich, which I can't.
What makes you think this Martin fellow is innocent?
The fact that the only evidence is the word of Duprey's son. I've seen this sort of thing thousands of times, and I'm sure you did too. They're just looking for a
Also, I was
scapegoat.
fucking him at the time of her
The only
death.
person I know who
That could be it, yeah.
His intentions are noble, but she has to realize this is just a drop in the ocean.
That's enough about the case for now.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm leaving.
That's it, I think.
then
Bye. Okay, we had a million places to
I'm
go
not
to.
entirely sure how this is going to help you find the flower shop burglar.
Shut up, for God's
Suppose
sake.
Freeing an innocent man is a worthy diversion.
All right, off to. I like how he's just sort of moping around. His walk cycle is not. You know, most adventure game heroes just have a sort of a straight up, you know, back straight and all that.
Confident gait.
Yeah, confident gait. He just sort of mopes along. My God, I simply cannot abide the webcam thing I've got going here. It is. It looks fucking ridiculous. Let me just turn the brightness down. I mean, Jesus. Yeah, there you go. It's just. Oh God. I mean, professionalism. I know I don't have a lot of it, but I do have some standards. The jail. Okay, where do you want to go? Do you want to go say hi to the not dead person, or go say hi to the accused, or just anywhere?
Let's search his house first.
His house. Let's go to his house.
Ah, Compton Street. We're not too far from Restaurant Row.
Are you hungry,
When's the
perhaps?
last time you ate, anyway?
Shut up.
Please, let's not add eating to the list of things to nag me about.
There was a suggestion that I should save, and I am going to. Jesus Christ, the pixels are gigantic. Undead case. Well, she's kind of undead, isn't she? What else we got? We got a cat depot.
More like non-dead.
Non-dead. Yeah, I guess you're right. Ooh.
Bonbon's Restaurant. I never got a chance to go there, but I hear their deviled eggs are simply to die for.
Haha, ghost
And
puns.
got the puns.
Yeah.
Is that a code or something written on the butcher's wall?
Sorely lacking a mustache.
It's a time code.
Go on, Miles. Fix this grievous injustice.
Not now, Bill. There are more important things to worry about.
Ghost is just egging him on. Yeah, it does look like a time code we should be writing down for when Roger and his time pod inevitably appear.
Considering how many eating establishments are in this neighborhood, the butcher picked a fantastic spot to set up shop. I do notice a distinct lack of stray cats in this neighborhood, though.
I like the humor in this game. I mean, it's
Show you how asleep I am. For a second, I thought you were serious about the time code until you mentioned Roger Wilco. I was like, oh yeah, that's a different thing. Okay, done.
I'm sorry, I have no time for visitors today.
No, but you have a smashing headdress. Ikifu says this is a 640 by 360 game, so the giant pixels I were referring to was the font in the save game dialogue. So there. Well, I did really want to speak to Albert Martin, but I'm so sorry to bother you. I'll be... No. we should probably go in and see if we can really mess with this dude's
I need to speak to you
head.
about Albert Martin.
Albert? Are you with the police?
No, I'm a private investigator.
Oh, well,
Yeah, we'll go with
I don't
that.
think
That
you can
answers
help.
that.
I'm sorry.
Sorry to bother you. I'll be on my way.
Bye.
Good day to you, sir.
Okay, well, that was interesting. Can we climb something, break in? I mean, who gives a shit at this point, right? Probably not.
Oh, well.
Okay, fine. Then I get to pick, and I want to go and talk to a person who's not actually dead.
You are aware this is private property, sir.
I am now. But I don't care.
I'm a private investigator,
Yes,
so I fit right
Miles
in.
Ford, I'm
Yeah.
a private investigator. I'm looking into the incident involving Madame Duprey.
Oh, you're a giant pixel, Icky
You
Foo.
assume correctly, Mr. Fordham. My apologies, but I thought the police had already made an arrest.
Yeah, wrong one.
But there's still some doubt as to the man's guilt. May I ask your name, sir?
I am Dr. Fellows, Madame Duprey's private physician.
Is that her?
She is in no state to be answering questions.
She's got a clock for a head.
Are any other members of the family home?
Her son, Mr. Montgomery, is in the entrance hall. I had to give him a mild sedative to settle his nerves, but he should be all right.
Sedative, you say. Point
Don't
the
mind,
way,
I'll have a look around.
please. Yeah, I'm off. Sedative. There we go. Ooh, butt crack. I'm gonna censor the butt crack.
No, I'm Miles Ford.
Aw.
I'm a private investigator.
And behold the butt crack.
How did you know I was her son?
Too much, too much.
Oh, of course.
Oh.
You must have sensed it with your detective's intuition. I should have guessed by that giant head of yours.
Whatever he's on, I want to try.
Feeling all right, Mr. Montgomery?
Yes, I'm fine. Much better than when those pesky police officers were snooping around earlier. But I like you, Mr. Fordham. I can already tell you're not like them at all. Please, call me Andrew.
Yes. Well, I'll have a look around.
Oh, this is Abe Goldfarb
Do you think you can handle
from.
I can.
Apparently, the deluxe tux in the chat says that it is Mr.
Really
Goldfarb.
look forward to it.
If the good doctor gave him a mild
it sounds like it
sedative,
could be.
I hate to see what the stuff you take would have done to him.
Abe Goldfarb, Joey from the Blackwell games, in case no one knows.
What a beautiful parrot. Must have cost the Dupreys a cool copper.
I have giant lips. Let's see.
Duprey looks like she's holding on to that poor bastard.
AKA
for
at
dear
least
life.
one role in every other WoD Jedi games.
Yes. Basically, he's the Johnny Depp to Dave Gilbert. Well,
Pretty much.
let's see. That came out right. The Johnny Depp to Tim Burton kind of thing, just with White Jedi games. Anyway, that was weird. Upstairs is apparently to the right and not to the left up the stairs, which is interesting.
That's some freaky ass geography.
Yeah. Let's have a bit more of a chat
I
with
have
this
some
man.
questions for you.
Oh, goody.
Really put his heart and soul into this. Oh my
That is quite the Elvis hairdo.
That is an amazing head of hair and jawbone, no less.
What can you tell me about Madame Duprey?
Check out the
She came back
sideburns on
from
that
the
dude.
dead. I couldn't believe it. My mother, resurrected, just like Jesus.
Exactly like Jesus, in
yes.
fact.
I heard you're the one who accused Mr. Martin of the crime.
Oh, no, I already talked to the police about that. I don't want to think about it right now.
Parrot! We shall inquire about the parrot.
That's a rather exotic bird you've got.
I like looking at him. He has
Beautiful
such
bird,
pretty
Norwegian
colors,
blue.
doesn't he?
Lovely plumage.
You know, I've always wondered.
Oh dear fucking god.
Is that bad, do you think?
Yeah.
Really
Oh,
couldn't say, Mr.
please give me a dialogue option for that one. I want to see him munch down on feathers.
How do you typically spend your days, Mr. Montgomery? What are your
Think we found the
interests?
guy we need to put away.
A little of this and a little of that. Nothing
He
as
likes his
exciting
opium
as what you
and
do,
sedatives.
I'm sure. Ooh, tell me, do most bad people start crying when you catch them? I'll bet it's a laugh riot to see them sobbing away.
No, Mr. Montgomery, most of them don't.
Well, that's a real
Damn.
shame, isn't it?
Thanks for your time.
Ikifu says the sideburns are
you
dislocating his
years.
jaw.
He won't be of any use in this state.
Yeah, Durin
If it
just says
takes him
mutton
as long
chops
to
haven't
snap
really
out
come
of it
back
as it
in
takes
style,
you,
and
waiting
I
out
think
here
we
till
just
noon
figured
time
out why.
There has to be a way to bring him back to his senses. Maybe that quack outside knows something of use.
Slap him across the face.
Yeah, it'll work. Why do you need to give us hints? Oh, voice in our head. Actually, let's go to the kitchen and just.
I mean, what else is he gonna do? Just float around?
Oh yeah, maybe wearing a fancy tie that other ghosts can pull. Hello, servant. Hello, stove. Hello, shelf. Hello, device. I don't know what the fuck this is, and neither do you.
Some kind of water dispensing device, maybe? I was never very good at finding my way around the kitchen.
Here's some already pre-boiled water. Let's go pour it down his pants.
Yeah, it looks like gumbo's on the menu.
That'll get him.
Yeah.
Compares with Upton's special recipe.
Gumbo. I've never had gumbo. Is it good?
I don't think so, but then I've never been much of a fan of soups or anything like that.
You're a southern boy, and you've never tasted good gumbo?
Nope.
Okay, just checking.
Pardon me, miss.
What?
Also, I apologize for calling you a boy.
I'm investigating the attempted murder of Madame Duprey.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir, but I'm very busy. I can't help you.
Yeah, I'm not a typical southerner.
Actually, I saw, was it a tweet or was it a screenshot? Yeah, it said you were actually born and raised in New York, is that right?
That would be sarcasm.
Okay, just check.
Watch the episode this Tuesday, you'll understand.
I will. My friend Gemini is currently playing through Unavowed on his channel. Is it on GDGLP? Yes, I think so. I saw the first episode.
Yes.
It's very good. You should all go and check that out.
Do you know anything about what happened to Madame Duprey?
No, I don't. Please leave me to my work. I shouldn't be talking to you.
All right, I'm going.
Apparently she knows nothing. Not suspicious in the slightest. Okay, leaving.
Ikifu says everyone's a boy to you. I think he's calling you old.
I think he might be. That's because he's a very tiny little man. That was not a penis joke, incidentally, although I would forgive you for assuming that. Oh, this is... Okay, I gotta say something. No, sarcasm aside, and I know I keep harping on about how Francisco is an artist, and it is an internal joke, but he truly is very, very good at what he does. I mean, you look at this, and then you look at the first Ben Jordan game, and the man has come miles and miles and miles. He is really good.
This is a gorgeous-looking game.
It is.
Doctor, may I ask you a few questions?
Please be my guest.
Granddad, no. Okay. Sedative?
May I ask exactly what kind of sedative you gave Andrew?
Sedative?
Tincture of laudanum. It's what I give all my nervous patients.
That and a shot of gin.
Out of sorts.
Hot meat kettle.
It can have that effect, but it usually
He
wears
keeps
off.
doing that. He keeps looking in the other direction.
Is there a way to bring him out of his condition sooner?
A stimulant would have the opposite effect, but I wouldn't recommend mixing the two.
Ikifu's got a good point. Compare Unavowed to the first version of the Shiva.
Oh, of course. I wasn't planning on doing anything.
Everyone has come a long
Just
way. but-
curious.
Yeah.
It's cute how you act like you have no experience in these matters. It's almost convincing.
Dave does not do his own art, Sujak, although he has shown placeholder art for Unavowed, which consists of a lot of red lines and googly-eyed monsters. He showed a fantastic screenshot at last year's Adventure X of the boat chase. I'm not going to say anything more for fear of spoilers, obviously, but there is a boat chase in the game. And let's just say, I really wish there was an Easter egg in Unavowed that let you play with his placeholder art, but my god, it was amazing. Actually, he has shared that on Twitter as well, so if you go back and dig through the archives, you will see masterful art. Dave's got, as Deluxe Tuck says, Dave's got Ben Chandler, and Ben is just a fantastic artist. He is so impressive. I wish I knew him. I do, actually. But I've never actually met the man in person. I'm told he's very tall, and I would love to see that.
Tell me about Madame Duprey.
She is a great woman and a pillar of the community. I cannot imagine why something like this could happen to her, or how someone could be capable of such a barbaric feat. Though this ordeal has been terrible, I am confident she will overcome.
Think she'll start speaking again?
Her constitution is surpassed only by her strength
Probably
of
not.
character.
Do you think he'd say the same things if he wasn't on her payroll? I highly doubt it.
I love it. The more I listen to this dude, our new narrator / dead person, I I love the man's voice. Also, I believe we were given a hint about the sedative and how to counteract it, but I wasn't paying attention, so...
Neither was I.
I don't think we're going to be playing much more of the game past this screen, by the way, because it is getting a little late. So I was hoping we'd get through the first case, but I don't think we will. But I will have a chat with these lovely people and see if I can at least solve one puzzle, and then we'll call it.
What were the circumstances surrounding Madame Duprey's supposed death?
Well, she fell over, started foaming at the mouth, and then we dropped her in a wooden box, and
unconscious and
you know how that went.
As I was unable to detect a pulse or breath, I had no other recourse but to declare her deceased.
Could you have waited 5 minutes?
Madame Duprey had likely suffered a sudden cardiac arrest. It was most shocking to be proven wrong at a funeral.
Yeah, not good for business, is it?
Where was the funeral held, by the way?
St. Denis Cemetery. Madame Duprey wished to be interred in the tomb of her father's family, name of Chesterton.
Perhaps I'll go have a look.
Ding!
Whee! Did you examine Madame Duprey after she reanimated?
Of course. Physically, she appeared to be in fine health, aside from minor dehydration.
She came down with the
no marks or
vapors.
bruising on her body. Mentally is a different story, however. She's remained in an unresponsive state ever since.
Do you have any opinions on what caused Madame Duprey to appear dead?
The most likely cause I can imagine is some sort of poison or toxin.
I'm just gonna go on a limb here, and while I poke this dude in the eye with my arrow, I think he might have had something to do with it.
Probably.
Just gonna venture that guess.
What leads you to believe Madame Duprey?
I mean, how can you trust a guy with that
The
tie?
symptoms
Yeah, exactly.
were consistent with prior cases of poisoning I've studied. And didn't the young man arrested have ties to some kind of black magic cult? There have been reported cases of these practitioners using poisons to make people appear dead, then commanding them to do their bidding. I recall reading about a man in the West Indies who was given tetrodotoxin, that's the toxic secretion from a pufferfish, declared dead.
I dare you to say that 10 times fast while drunk.
Alive in his village.
Tetrodotoxin?
Doesn't that seem a bit far-fetched to you, Doctor?
Facts are facts, Mr. Fordham. Surely someone in your...
I heard about this dude. It's a fact! I'm going to end... No, wait, let's ask about how he likes murdering people.
How long have you been Madame Duprey?
Or something else.
Physician?
5 years, and I've been practicing medicine for the past 30.
Seconds.
Spend a couple of days a week treating patients at Riverview Asylum.
Oh, good. Maybe if you're lucky, he could be your doctor someday.
I would like to get into his bag of sedatives.
You must have seen some incredible advances in the field of medicine.
I have, yes. I can only wonder how things will change with all this talk of ethericity. There's speculation it can be used to restore necrotic tissue and instantly heal broken bones.
Really?
If you ask me, a good bloodletting will never go out of fashion.
Oh yeah, let's bring on the leeches.
Questions I've got for now.
I hope I answered them adequately.
You did no such thing. All right.
Her eyes are glazed over, and she's got a vacant, expressionless stare. She seems completely oblivious to her surroundings. If we didn't know she'd been buried alive, I'd say she was just exhibiting the typical symptoms of your average rich person.
Nice. Chica says, I appear dead all the time. It's called going to work.
Yeesh.
I wish you a Merry Christmas indeed.
I've known that pain.
Oh, the atmosphere. There's a piano. I want to go play the piano. But first, we should root around this person's drawers.
This is
the
part of detective work.
Yeah, the actual drawers. We'll go root through his drawers later.
How disappointing.
Dang!
You should steal one, just to spite Madame Duprey for not giving us any good clues.
Well, she's not talking.
You're no fun, Miles. A horrible little porcelain figurine. Madame Duprey didn't strike me as the type to play with dolls.
Is that... No, it can't be. I thought for a second it was a figurine of... oh shit, what's his face? Tiberius from Shartlight.
Oh shit, it does look like that.
Slightly. I think the colors are a bit off. But would be cool. Alright, piano.
Now I gotta look him up. Because that does look similar.
Goodness, someone went overboard with the flowers. This brings back some memories, doesn't it?
Yes, very, very painful memories. Shut up. Ooh, can we mix shit? Is this going to turn into Freddy Farkas? I think it is going to turn into Freddy Farkas.
Looks as though this folded piece of paper is being used as a bookmark.
Yoink!
I hope remembering what page they were on wasn't too important.
Exactly what I was thinking.
For Andrew.
Andrew, enclosed is the agreed-upon fee. I wouldn't be able to concentrate on exams without this help. Dr. Tennyson charges an obscene amount. Thank goodness for people like you with home pharmacies. I want one of those too. I'll look for them in the usual spot under the Weeping Angel, Joshua. P.S. Sorry to hear about your mother. I'll wait a few days before passing by.
I don't know. That figurine could well be Tiberius.
It's hard to tell when it's like 6 pixels tall, so I didn't mean to send you on a wild goose chase or anything.
These should be useful.
Colors match, though.
They do.
I'm just saying.
Then it probably is.
Is this
leeches!
really the best that medical science has to offer?
Take them all!
I want the leeches!
Is this really the best?
Yes, stick your hand in. Let's see what happens.
What in the ether is that thing supposed to be?
It's a...
Actually,
well,
I'd rather not know.
It's a funky bong. You have fun with the funky... Oh, Vigor pills.
I thought Bill was supposed to be the fun one.
Yeah.
Decadent. Dr. Tennyson's Vigor Pills. These would make a sloth act like a hummingbird.
Interesting. Yeah, that he wants to take. Wyatt Brain says, take a leech. Make it a pet. Call it Earl. Leeches come in a can. They were put by a man in a factory downtown. Okay, that got weird. Mortar and pestle, not interesting. Whatever the hell's back here. This cocaine, sort of. Blood and cocaine. Cool.
Have we looked at the book?
I wonder what sort of potions Andrew concocts in this thing.
We took the piece of paper in it.
The science of pharmacology.
All right. I think we're done here for the minute. Wait, actually, that bottle of pills could wake him the fuck up, couldn't it? I mean, it'll also make him, like, it'll make him hornier than a sailor on the shore leave, but still.
Oh, look, it's one of those new audio cylindergraphs. I can't quite wrap my head around how they can manage to get sound out of a wax cylinder.
Well, if you ever heard a wax cylinder, the answer is they barely did. There's a very cool YouTube video of a dude, a very nice guitarist playing guy called Rob Scallion, who decided to actually get one of those Edison phono cylinders. Or actually, he contacted a dude that had one of those, actually had empty cylinders, got his band together and decided to record a death metal song onto one of those cylinders, just to see if it could be done. And it was even noisier than you would expect, but it's on YouTube. It's really, really good. I mean, and then they made a music video. They captured the audio from the resulting cylinder, which sounds awful, and then they made sort of a 1850s style music video of them playing instruments in Victorian garb and all that. Why am I rambling? Shut up. I'm searching for treasure. May I have a look in your chest?
Locked. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised.
I've never seen so many beauty products together in one
And what
place.
self-respecting private investigator goes around without lockpicks?
Exactly. We picked up tweezers. Can't we use those? But no, because there's no inventory. Okay, more drawers.
Oh, really?
Fingers crossed. There's no inventory in this game, no.
Oh.
Empty. How unusual.
Not to mention disappointing.
Yeah, you pick something up and you just have it and you will use it when you need it. Which I guess kind of, I mean, if you get stuck in this game, which I would imagine you don't a lot, if you get stuck in this game, you can't just go through your inventory items and go, oh wait, that could be useful. So you kind of have to remember, okay, I've actually got the tweezers now. I wonder if I'm supposed to use them.
It's certainly different. Maybe I could form better, more coherent opinions once I've gotten the game. And played it slightly more awake.
Yeah, not watched me play it.
It would appear that Madame Duprey was taking music lessons.
Her current predicament has probably put an end to that venture, though.
No, I think she's going to be better than ever. Okay, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. That's just a scale, so probably not a puzzle solution. These desk drawers are so unimportant we can only look at them.
Let's see if there's anything in these drawers.
Or he's gonna search them. We just forgot to change the icon.
Personal effects and more stationery.
Don't forget the first rule of detective work. If there's nothing useful inside, check underneath and between.
This also goes for suspects.
Of course. Thanks for the reminder.
Now this is intriguing.
I'm not going to warn you again, you disgusting... Whoa. I'm not sure I should be saying that word. Thug. Stay away from my daughter and my house or I'll kill you myself. I love you. Cheers, Mom. Okay.
Probably a good thing you avoided that word.
Yeah, it's one of those where you just, nah, I know it's my second language and all, but even I have better sense than that. Okay, let's shove something in this dude's face and or other orifices.
I have some questions for you.
Oh, goody.
First, drink this. Figure pills.
I found this bottle of pills upstairs. Are they yours?
Yes, I take those from time to time when I'm feeling tired.
Have one now.
You seem to be out.
Shove it down his throat.
That is.
All right. Oh,
and then give him one of the
usually
pills.
Acquire them.
Oh, they're available by mail order only. I'll have to remember to
Really?
request some later.
Yeah.
I make a penis joke and it falls flat.
I wasn't paying attention.
You.
Sorry.
Years.
I'm a bit tired myself. What did you say? Sorry, you'll have to repeat it.
Never mind.
Oh, all right. I'll find out when I watch the VOD back. Music is very sort of something eerie is going on. Even though nothing. Well, she's kind of eerie, but you wouldn't.
This quack hasn't gotten anything more for us to learn right now.
I was gonna say you wouldn't happen to know how to make funny penis pills. I love the size of these icons. You can just cover an entire person's face with them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make a spooky game suddenly not so spooky.
Yeah. Well, I think cemeteries are fun.
Cemetery.
So let's
Best
go
view in
here.
the city. It's just a shame none of the residents can enjoy it.
I can enjoy it.
Buried around here somewhere. Wonder how the old gravestone is doing these days.
He's awfully chipper for a ghost, I feel.
Looks like people have left markings and offerings in front of this tomb. You may think it's a silly superstition, but I wish you'd leave a bottle of Bollingworth at my grave every now and then.
Can I drink it first?
I don't know him. Must be a recent addition to the force. Well, at least he won't recognize you.
Good day to you, officer.
Good day, sir. How may I be of assistance?
Yeah, nice wind animation. Yeah. What are we doing? Is this? It says Hesterton. This is not
Chesterton.
Chesterton. Okay, so this is the tomb of the person that no longer speaks, but is certainly not dead. So we want to get in there.
Would you mind letting me in the tomb, please?
Afraid I can't do that, sir.
Why
This tomb
not?
is currently part of a police investigation and ain't available for visits until further notice.
I have a truncheon, you know. Oh, but it's my dear departed Aunt Hester's birthday. I think I saw someone being mugged at the front entrance. Yeah, let's go with that one. Is he
That probably won't work.
I think I saw someone.
He sounds stupid, but I don't think he's that stupid.
Nice try, sir. But that's clearly a bunch of bull.
Let's go mug someone, and then he'll let us in.
Away so you can go inside the tomb.
Oh, you played adventure games, haven't you?
Such a thing.
In any case, there's another officer stationed at the entrance, so if there was somebody being mugged, he'd see it for sure.
Okay, let's go find someone.
At least it's nice to see the department is hiring competent officers who aren't easily fooled.
Damn. Okay, let's go and find this character and mug him. Call me when someone is dead. Oh wait, that just exited the screen. No, you don't. No, you don't. Can we go to the view?
Nice view of the river from up here.
No?
You can hardly even see the cloud of smog over the chum.
I guess we can't really do anything here yet. Oh, how sad. Alright, I'll be back. Stone-faced goblin-ass motherfucker. Right.
Have you been to the jail yet?
I have not been to the jail yet. Let's go.
Fordham? Is that you? You look like something a cat spat up.
Love you too,
Hello,
man.
Giles. It's lovely to see you too.
It looks like he's got quite the
What
Elvis
brings you
hairdo as
around
well.
the jail?
Yeah.
I thought you'd quit being a detective.
I'm looking to speak with Mr. Albert Martin.
Oh, I see. Well, that's him in the first cell there. I'd say what needs saying as quick as you can, though. He's headed for the gallows in the morning.
What? Already? But what about a trial?
No trial necessary when there's black magic involved.
Wow.
This little half-breed
Oh.
already sealed.
Ow!
Such a charming fellow.
Oh my god, so many things to not like about that. I would imagine this is the lovely gentleman referred to in that well-written letter scrap we found.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mr. Martin?
Who are you? My lawyer?
Not really.
I'm actually here to help you. The name's Miles Fordham. I'm a private investigator.
How are you going to help me?
First I'm gonna get you something for that throat cough you have.
Oh, thank heaven. That's music to my ears.
Would you mind answering a few questions for me?
Friend, if it means saving me from the noose, I'll tell you nothing less than God's truth.
Interesting choice of phrase for someone accused of using black magic.
Yeah, it kind of is actually. Hello, Johnny Carcinogen. God, I love that name. that is fantastic. And you know it's going to be a good stream when I have a truncheon, you know, are the first words you hear. So, hey, so glad you chose to join at that particular moment. Okay, I get so distracted looking at my face cam. It simply looks like I'm staring at a nuclear explosion, doesn't it? Oh, dear God. Fuck it. Let's keep going.
What can you tell me about Madame Duprey?
What's to tell? She's a twisted, evil woman who got what was coming to her.
Yeah, her vocabulary leaves
Some
something
sort of
to be
reward for the
desired.
service they're doing the community.
So it
Like
wasn't you then?
a vocabulary.
No, I'm innocent, Mr. Fordham. You have to believe me.
Do I? Your ears are two different
Mr.
sizes.
Martin. Do you know anything about the circumstances of Madame Duprey's supposed death?
No, I had nothing to do with it.
Then why did her son accuse you?
Probably because he's just as ignorant as she is.
What I meant was, how did her son know to accuse you? Have you had any contact with the family before?
Yeah, does he have a sister?
Could say that.
Uh-oh. That gleam in his eye says it all.
You see, I'm in the
Yeah, there you go.
daughter, Juliet Montgomery. Duprey doesn't like that one bit. She even threatened me once.
Yes, we saw.
Is that right?
Yes. She might have everyone else fooled, but that woman is the devil incarnate. I can't understand how something so heartless and cruel could have spawned someone as pure and loving as my dear Juliet.
He's not defending his case now, is he?
Jesus Christ. Okay, Puffy killed Tupac. Okay, I just that sounds so weird when you read usernames out loud. Says, is this worth playing? Steam reviews are good, but Adventure Gamer only gave it a 3 out of 5. Well, I'm just gonna come out and say this. You don't always have to believe what Adventure Gamer says, especially not their community. They can be a right bunch of fuckwits, to be absolutely blunt about it. However, I am also biased, so, I mean, this is made by a person that I consider a good friend of mine, so I'm excited to play it, and I know he's worked his ass off making this game, so I am not the best person to ask.
Tell me about Juliet.
She's wonderful. Such a beautiful, kind soul. She hasn't come to see me yet, but I'm sure that's because of all the confusion in the last few days.
You know, the black magic.
And absolutely not because she shacked up with somebody else.
Her mother.
No.
I'm sure of it.
How did you two get involved?
We met at the university.
Your classmates?
Hardly. They wouldn't allow someone like me to enroll there. Juliet studies botany. I work as an assistant in the greenhouse. We started talking, and she actually treated me like a person. To everyone else, I was just the boy who fetched the test tubes. But Juliet actually wanted to hear what I had to say. Had the same taste in books and art. Didn't just treat me like some piece of gardening equipment. She even shared some of
no,
her
that came later.
I told you I
Har
was interested in her as well.
When you
There,
raked
just
her.
got better.
Never mind. I said raked with a K, by the way.
But that's how it
Yeah,
happened.
I got you.
Thank you.
Be
Thank you.
surprised. It doesn't sound too different to how my wife and I got together. Except I was
Did that involve a lot of
singer at a bar.
dead leaves and test tubes?
Yes, Mr. Martin. Anyway, back to the matter at hand. How often is Juliet in the greenhouse?
Every weekday, but I doubt she's there now. She's probably trying to find out where I am and working to have me released.
I somehow doubt
That's
it.
exactly what she's doing.
Yeah. Alright, let's just end the conversation for now. Let's see if a new location showed up. I am not talking to you, you mutton chop piece of shit. I am not. Ikifu says there's a joke about hoes here, but I'm going to sidestep it.
Oh, believe me, Ikifu, we went there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's better than a rake, but I mean, I'm surprised no one has brought up planting seeds yet.
Ah.
Huh. It's as though we've journeyed to the tropics. I don't know how you can stand to keep that coat on in here.
He's a ghost. How does he feel temperature?
Well, he sort of feels it vicariously through Miles. What are you doing to that bonsai tree? Whatever you're doing, it's had enough.
Pardon the disturbance, but are you Juliet Montgomery?
I am. And you are?
Miles.
Chummed, I'm
a
sure.
private investigator looking into the events surrounding your mother's attempted murder.
Suchak says that guy's clipping animation.
You got time to answer some questions?
Yes, that shouldn't be a problem.
I can see the attraction. Oh, so shallow. So shallow am I.
What can you tell me about Albert Martin?
I'm not quite sure where to begin.
14 inches, right?
Start by telling me what your relationship with him was.
We met here at the greenhouse. He was working as an assistant, sweeping and cleaning and fetching things for the students. My focus was on academics, naturally. I wasn't too interested in romance. In fact, I've had to turn away nearly every single one of my
Jesus Christ, I didn't know botanists were that horny.
I found myself intrigued.
It's the 14 inches.
Horny, certainly, but...
Lingering just a bit too long after bringing over a book or flask, sweeping the same patch of floor near me over and over again.
Turns out he was high, but really it felt very romantic.
Regularly.
I see.
Mother was an absolute
Look at the person you're talking to, Miles. The fuck is wrong with you?
What he stands accused of?
I'm not entirely sure. It doesn't seem like him, but Albert can be quite passionate.
Oh,
If
yeah.
the police believe he's to blame, then they must have a reason for it. It wasn't any secret that he hated Mother.
To be
Perhaps
frank,
I
she
could've ended
gave
things
him a
sooner.
lot of
It
excuses
was
for
satisfying
that.
to know that Mother was displeased, but I never imagined it would lead to something like this.
Well, it's nice to see she's all heart.
Is she not the slightest bit concerned that he's rotting in a jail cell about to be hung and quartered? Actually, I don't know if the quartered part entered into it, but it's a phrase. I've heard it.
Do you know anything about the events leading up to your mother's premature interment?
No, it was a complete shock. Mother seemed to be perfectly healthy and full of life. Then, without warning...
Ikifu says 14 is pretty high for a bonsai tree. 14 inches.
You were glad to be wrong?
What a ridiculous question. Of course I was. What sort of heartless beast would celebrate their mother's death?
Ding dong, the witch is dead.
Juliet definitely didn't shed any tears over Madame Duprey, though. That much is obvious.
Miss Montgomery, you don't have to lie to me. I'm not going to assume you tried killing your mother just because you weren't upset by her death.
I felt terrible about it. You have to understand, I didn't want her to be dead.
Just catatonic.
I just felt a sense of relief. Please, don't think me a horrible person, Mr. Fordham.
Oh, I don't.
It's that Mother and I aren't currently on the best of terms.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Ikifu says, ding dong, the witch is dead. Comatose.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Why
Relationship
don't you and
advice?
your mother get along?
We've never completely seen eye to eye on anything. She
No,
always
she's
disagreed
terribly
with
racist.
everything
I'm
I
not.
did. When I was younger, she used to forbid me from speaking to the servants. I saw no harm in a kind word or smile, but she warned us that if we were too familiar, they would take liberties. Then when I declared my intentions
Jesus.
to pursue academic studies, she really went livid. In her opinion, a university education was tantamount to a chastity belt. What sort of man would want a wife with a head full of useless facts?
Remind me again why we're so hung up on solving this case. I mean, she's comatose.
I'm not sure
I'm
managed to find out about
surprisingly cool with
When
this.
she did, she nearly had a conniption. As I'm sure you can understand.
I'd say
the
she's old-fashioned,
situation
but this
at
game
home
takes
has
place in the
been
1844s or
less than perfect
40s.
the last few months.
It's the whole
I'd
thing
really rather
is
not dwell on
old-fashioned. Holy shit, I'm still not awake.
Oh no,
I should really avoid talking under these circumstances.
I love it when it makes me. Well, it doesn't actually make me look much better. I still look like an asshole, but it's very nice to have someone to talk to. Absolutely.
You got an excuse. It's your second language. I'm just pitiful.
Also a head cold. I don't use the second language excuse enough, I feel. Sometimes.
You mentioned you were
I may
friends
have to
with
start
servants.
using it.
Yes, that's right. I didn't care that they worked for us. Everyone needs a friend.
Did your mother ever mistreat them?
All the time.
Mistreat? No, I wouldn't say so. She was always very stern, though, and quite cold. If they ever shirked their duties or misbehaved, they were punished.
I would imagine
Nothing out of the ordinary that I
Mommy Dearest here is the sort of person who would stop speaking to her own offspring if they went on a vacation and came home with too much of a tan.
She's been around as long as I can remember. She's like the aunt I never had.
Alright, how about Andrew?
What can you tell me about your brother?
Andrew, Mama's precious little boy. If you've met him, you pretty much know all you need to. He's had the whole world handed to him on a silver platter.
And a couple of dick pills.
Rude awakening someday. Mother can only provide for him for so
Yeah, the pill glass we found had dick pills in it, or
No more
used to.
questions for now.
Then if you don't mind, I have work to do.
Okay, I sadly also have things to do, and those involve sleeping and trying not to be sick at work, or at least masking it to the best of my ability. So sadly, I think we're gonna have to end the stream here. Really wish I would have seen what those dick pills would have done in real life, but anyway, yes.
I think you may have misconstrued the purpose of the pills.
It said something to the effect of it would turn a... what was it? Turn a sloth into a hummingbird or something. That seemed like a very phallic reference to me.
Oh.
What did you think they were? Like amphetamines or something? Like pick-me-ups?
Pick-me-up pills.
Ah, well, depending on your interpretation of the phrase pick-me-up, then I think this is as good a time as any to end the stream. I'm going to save my game here. No closer to anything, really. And quit to desktop, quit to title. You know what? Let's have a look at the title menu as we ride off into the sunset as it is. Quick, before you go, ask Juliet about the wire hangers. What? Wire hangers? Who's Juliet? I don't know. Yes.
Juliet was the chick we were just talking to.
I thought it was, but you couldn't ask her about wire hangers. I'm gonna have to have him go check. Y-Brain's probably fucking with me.
Hello again, Miss Min.
Hello.
Yeah, he's fucking with me. Okay, so back to the title menu. And hey, Gemini, just wanted to say thank you so much for coming on the stream. No, jokes aside, I love some good company on these streams, and you certainly provide.
Happy to be here.
Cheerio, Miss Sophie. Yeah, we're back into sarcasm territory. And to everyone in the chat, thank you so much for joining. This was a great pleasure. I will admit I was not on my A game today.
Neither one of us were.
Not really. Which is a shame because the game obviously deserves a lot better. I quite like this, and I will do my best to pay a bit more attention next time. It was really...
Yeah, from what I've seen, I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. So I might have to actually go back and watch my own VOD just to see, okay, what the hell was I doing? Pick up some missing clues in that. But if not, I hope that you could, lovely people in the chat, you'll bring us back up to speed when our mind clears and all that. So, I guess there's nothing left to say except thank you all for watching once again. I thank people profusely at the end of these streams. I have a Discord. You might be interested in checking it out. I will leave a invitation here. It's a one-day thing, one-day exploration thing, but anyway, there it is. There's a invite link in the description to most of my recent videos anyway. And yes, Vocabra says, don't forget the Patreon. I will not indeed, because if you go to this address that I have now pasted, patreon.com/SpaceQuestHistorian, and start throwing money at me, don't worry, it doesn't have to be a lot. You can do what Gemini has done and join me in the voice chats and watch the stream without interruption, or without lag, I should say, via Parsec. And even... this is probably something we should try next time, actually, Gemini, if you feel joining me. Just, take over the game and solve some shit for me.
Maybe.
Maybe. It's an option we have, ladies and gentlemen. We have the technology. So, yeah. I think I'm going to stop rambling now and just, for the third time, unnecessarily thank everyone for watching. And, shit, man. I'll see you around the Chrono stream.